Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, I've got another thing that I am going to step outside my comfort zone and do, and it's the web effect. So, I've got my notes. Hopefully, I'm not going to screw this up. Now, I don't know how mine's going to turn out because, of course, I have different brands than what Nicole used. Um, I got this idea from well, everybody does the web effect, but the colors, I love brown and blues, and I love teal, of course. And I seen Nicole from Pure Pour by Nicole use these colors, and they were gorgeous. So blues and browns. Now she did in one cup, she did more mica and only one drop of pigment. Now, granted, she had octopus inks and Eder Art inks. I don't have that. Unfortunately, yeah, not in the budget because I have so many others right now. I've got to. And then in the other one, she did, I've got two. I've got a caramel and I've got a coffee. And then she put, I forget, 2 or 3 drops of her dye, of her, not dye, but her octopus inks in, and then she put a little bitty drop of interference champagne. Well, I don't have Eder Art, I don't have the champagne, but I do have gold. So, and then of course she did white, and the white was really opaque. So I don't know if I'm going to use the Cast and Craft or if I'm going to use Ocean White. So, and I'm hoping this is going to be a teal color. That's really the only tealish color I have. I may have to add a little black to it. If it's not, no big deal. So let's get started on that. And I'm going to be using Bond Crafter 1-to-1. I did learn something today, guys, because I have been on a scavenger hunt for thin viscosity and medium viscosity resin, because you have to have, doing these effects, you either have to have a high viscosity, a low viscosity, or a medium. Well, I have all these other different resins, and I'm an affiliate with Bond Crafter, and Let's Resin and all them, but I have a lot of Bond Crafter because they've been sending me tons of stuff. So I got on the internet and I started researching. If, and you guys may know this, I don't know this personally, but I did not know that a 1-to-1 resin sitting at room temperature is considered a medium viscosity resin. And the reason why, I'll tell you why I did not know that, because I knew a 1-to-1 was kind of a medium viscosity, but I didn't know that it had to be at room temperature. Um, which makes sense because if you put it on a heat mat, it thins it out. Makes total sense. That's another reason why we kind of let it sit also, to get, warmer when we're doing blooms. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting because, you know, sorry guys, it just did not dawn on me that, now I knew that, like, facet. Now facet is a medium viscosity. That we already know. But I guess even with that, because it goes by CPs and MPAs. Well, Bond Crafter, I'm just giving y'all a little lesson. in case you don't know, because I didn't know and I had to do some research. Bond Crafter's casting resin is $11.95 MPA. Well, you convert that to a CP. Don't ask me what all that means. Okay, I read it, but I couldn't tell you. It's equivalent. So the MPA is equivalent to a CP. So $11.95 is considered a medium viscosity resin because it's over 1,000. And I'll get y'all the specs on that if y'all want it. If you do, just let me know. Drop me a comment down in the comments, and I will get y'all the breakdown of what's what, because you have your 2-to-1, which is a totally different viscosity. Then you have your regular, which is $11.95, so it goes from 1,000 to something. And then your thick viscosity goes from, like, I forget how many thousands, up to 10,000. And then your medium viscosity goes from 1,000 to 8,000 or 5,000, I think, something like that. I don't know. I can get you the breakdown on it though, but I had to do some research, because I was like dumbfounded, because I thought that I was going to have to use Fast Cure, and I didn't want to use Fast Cure. So anyway, with that being said, I did find out that it is still a medium viscosity if you do not put it on your heat mat. If it sets at room temperature at 72 degrees. And thank gosh it's 72.9 in here. And I need to fill up my little cups here. So yeah, I'm probably not even going to worry about filling those up, because I'll just pour these off in my cup. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting to me when I was reading, because of course my rep sent me, the list of the different, but it doesn't say whether it's medium or whatever. It just had the numbers. Well, I don't have a clue to what them numbers mean. I guess if I do resin, I guess I should, but I didn't have a clue. So anyway, all right, so this mold holds 8 ounces. I'm not going to do 8 because I do want to do a back coat on this. No, I don't want to do a back coat. Do I want to do a back coat? No, I do not want to do a back coat. So it will be 8 ounces. Had to read my notes, guys. Sorry. It's the first time me doing this, so y'all just kind of bear with me. Alright, so I'm going to do 4. You know what I'm going to do first before I get all this mixed up? I am going to go ahead and pour my part B, though. So I need 4 ounces of part B. I'm going to make dang sure that I've got everything correct in my head before I start this, because I don't want to, and I should have been doing mils instead of ounces, but it's fine. It's all the same. I can turn the cup around and look. See, these big bottles, they get in my way. I'm trying to get caught back up as much as I can. Okay. So yeah. So I'm trying to catch myself back up on my videos. All right, I'm not going to put that in there yet. I've got to get my cups ready here. Thank goodness I had some toothpicks that I found, because I told my daughter yesterday to go to the $1.25 tree and get me some toothpicks. Well, that didn't work out for me because she didn't. She said they were closed. Or no, I take that back. She said they didn't have what I sent her for. I'm looking for a bowl because I want to make a bowl, but I don't have a bowl for my craft room, and I don't want to pull out of my kitchen. Okay, so we're going to do this for the browns. Okay, this will be for the blues. I want to make sure everything is opened. Yep, that's open. That is a gorgeous color, though. Look at that, guys. I'm hoping this is going to be the color that I'm wanting, because if not, I don't have a teal and I've got to get me one. And then make sure these are open, because I don't know that I've ever used them. And of course I haven't. So let me might as well pull me out some towels here, because I got my book sitting in my box down here, so I can kind of half read it. But yeah, I want to make sure everything's opened and I'm ready to go. Even though this is not going to set up fast, I don't know why I'm so worried about it, but it gives me a chance to look at these colors too. Now that peacock, which I know it looks different on this towel compared to a paper towel, and I just dropped there it is. Plus I didn't stir them up. Well, goodness gracious, I can't hang on to the darn. I bought this cushion. I bought me a chair, oh, I don't know, a year or so ago. And it was one of those, gaming chairs. If y'all got one, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I bought it because of the color. I know. I had one, and now that's going to look more like, I think, the color. I don't know. We'll see. I had one that was a real nice office chair, but it was just so big. And so, I don't know, something went wrong with it or whatever. I don't remember, but so I bought a new one. I bought this one. Well, these gaming chairs, guys, I'm not even gonna lie. These things are so uncomfortable. I mean, they're horrible. I don't know how you people sit in them, because they are so uncomfortable. So I had to buy me a cushion, because I do have back problems. So I had to buy me a cushion for it, and it's for people that have back issues, with their tailbones and things like that, which is what I do. And so this went under there. So I bought me this really nice cushion. Well, this thing, I sat on this darn thing, and every time I move this chair and I have to bend over, I feel like I'm falling out of this thing, like it's just going to take off and run with me. Because of the way it's made, you have to sit it kind of closer to the edge. It doesn't fit all the way back into your chair like it should, right? And I just feel like I'm falling out of this thing every time I get I have to bend down to pick something up, and I'm sitting in this chair. I just know I'm going to wind up busting my hiney. And I think I need to get a paper towel and see. And I may have to pull out my Tim Holtz, because I know Tim Holtz is pretty, but I don't have any dyes for him. All I have is just the alcohol inks, and alcohol inks don't work. Okay, so 20 and 20. Okay, so she used 20, 20, 20, and 20 in each one. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and do my A now that I know what I got going on. And this is going to be 240 mils is what this will be when it's all said and done. And there will be 20 grams, which I think is an awful lot for this mold, because she had a way bigger mold than what I have. And hers was oval. Mine's not necessarily oval. So I may need to do more. About 15 grams, and keep out the remaining. Oh, I didn't get my full. I didn't get my foil out. Okay, now I know my table is level, so why am I not at 8 yet? Pretty well close. Oh, well, that just did it. Pretty sure. Right on the money. Right on the money. Now, like I said, guys, I've never done this effect before. I am just probably going to use what little bit I got in here. I mean, I do have a bigger jar. I mean, I can't believe I'm finally, look, I've had these for years and I've never even opened them. I've never used them. I've never had a need to. Sorry about all the crackling. I guess I should have pulled these out, but I totally forgot until after I had already. Oh, no, I do need another cup. Okay. And these little boogers fly everywhere. I'm going to leave that sitting right there. And I'm going to put the lid on this so it doesn't go all over the place, because I do not want this all in my mold just yet. Okay, now let me go ahead and get stirring on this, because I have to do other stuff first before I can pour my clear in. So yeah, I was really, I mean, I was kind of shocked when I was reading all this information about the different, you know, whether it be on, warmed or or whatever. Now, granted, I don't stir um, my stuff up for 5 minutes. I stir it until all the striations are gone, scraping the sides and the bottom continuously, and then, of course, cleaning off my stick one time, just so I can get all that unmixed epoxy, because when you first stick it down in your cup, you're going to have unmixed because it got on your spatula. And I'm not going to put this through the vacuum chamber. I will get the bubbles out just by torching, I'm hoping. And it does feel thicker since, it's just been sitting in the air conditioner. I know she told Callie from Callie's in the Kitchen, she told her to use either Nick Pro or Estoyo. Well, even Nick Pro doesn't state that it's a medium viscosity. Now that Art line, I've checked into them, and now they're from in the UK, but now they do have like low, medium, and extra. And they were going to send me a sample, which was really thoughtful. I mean, and all I'd have to do is pay the shipping. And I got to doing some research, and I thought, well, I mean, from me, the way I researched it, because they were sending me 300 something. I don't remember what it was. Well, I did it. It was like 8 ounces, so which was really really small. And so I looked up. Got on there and was shopping, and I thought, okay, well, they're for the bigger bottles, you know, wasn't very much. And so I was gonna buy a low viscosity, and then I was gonna buy one of their medium viscosities. And when you buy from them guys, you actually get a free gift. They give you a free pigment, which I thought was really, really nice. Um, you know, just to give you a free gift just because you're, buying from their website. But and they're not very expensive at all. Um, in fact, they're relatively cheap. So I was just gonna buy, and I probably still am. I'm just gonna buy um the resin, and let me get my silver, because I don't need much of this at all, because my cup is a lot smaller. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and do, now I don't think I'm gonna need, like I said, as much as what she needed, because my mold is smaller. But then I'm gonna need less to push in the middle. So maybe, but I want to have enough to push. So anyway, more than likely I will order from them. So they emailed me back because I emailed them yesterday and told them what, I had discovered, that, it was basically cheaper for me to purchase from them than it would be to get it for free. And so they emailed me back and said that their bottle was like 30 something dollars or whatever, which I think normally is, but they got it on sale or something. And so I mean, like I said, I'm gonna order probably some of um their thin viscosity and um their medium, just to see. I mean, they're in the UK, so granted, I'm probably not gonna order from them a whole lot because, I mean, but for me to get two of the great big bottles of resin and two pigments for free was only costing me $24 in shipping. And they were going to charge me $20 for a little bitty bottle, which still isn't a bad price considering how, the tariffs and all that. But, I mean, if I can buy from them and get it cheaper. Now, granted, like I said, she had a oval tray. I don't. I'm just using this. So, and I don't like really the great big centers. So I don't really know why I mixed up so much, because I don't like the big wide centers. I could do it this way and that way, maybe. I wonder what that would look like. Well, let's just try it. Make it look kind of like a cross. Now, we all, know how my pour method is. My pour method's not great, so we got to do something to make it look. I think mine's too thick, really. But I don't have a whole lot of time to sit here and play around. I might take a toothpick or something here in a minute and we'll play around with it once I get some more resin or something in there. Maybe I'm not liking that center very well. But that's okay. Alright, now I'm going to get my colors done here and get a move on. Now, I know this was very, very opaque. So let's see what that does. I always have to release the pressure on this bottle. Why, I don't know, but I do. So we're going to see what this looks like. You want to make sure you're stirring real good. So you can get all your streaks out. That's pretty opaque, but I don't know if that's opaque enough. I mean, granted, you can't see through the stick. I might put a little bit more in there here in just a minute. I want to get the rest of this done first. I need my little spoons because I need this little guy right here. And then, let's see. Well, I can use a popsicle stick for that. Trying to just open this away from me because I don't want to. Now, she used a pretty good bit of this. So there's the mica. And then I need 1 drop I think I'm going to use this one. I really want to stir this up and see what it's going to look like first, though. Because I'm hoping it's going to be teal. Oh, yeah, that's turquoise. Kind of a blue-green turquoise, but hopefully with this it won't be. One drop. And then in the brown, if I'm not mistaken, let me read my note here. I think she did 3 drops. Yeah, she did 3 drops of the brown. Okay, I'm going to leave that sitting. I'm going to move that out of my way because I didn't need that one. Alright, now, I'm not sure which one of these I want to use because this looks really, really dark. But we're going to go for it. 1, 2. You know, I'm gonna do 2 of those. Let me stir it up and see how brown it really is. It's not super, super brown, so. Okay, so there's 3. I'm hoping this is going to work because, like I said, she had different stuff than I had, so. And that's all that I'm going to use. I didn't even put the whole thing in there. Because I mean, I know you want it to sink, but you don't want it to sink too much. And like I said, I don't know how mine's going to look compared, or how mine's going to turn out compared to hers, because, you know, my inks are different. These inks are not quite as pigmented, so I think I will go with maybe another 2 drops. And I may do the same in that one, because I don't really like that color of that gold. But like I said, I don't have octopus and I don't have the Eder art, so I've got to use what I got. I don't know, that don't look too bad. And I think I'm going to drop one more of this in there. And then I think I'm going to clean some of that out. I don't really like the way that's looking. So I'm going to take some of that out of there. Now, if this does what I'm wanting it to do, I am going to be amazed, guys. Literally amazed. I know you don't want it too heavy. Come on, I don't have time to play with you. I know you don't want it too heavy, but then you need it heavy enough that, you know, it's not. Oh, I got blue in my mold. I don't guess it's going to matter because, okay, that looks about right now. Okay. Let me clean all this out of my way. I am just going to probably do this with my fingers. I know that was a waste, but I just didn't like that much in there. I'm not real big on big centers. And then I've got to fix my center. Here, let's use this little silicone tool here and get it in the middle. Oh, I should know not to do that. Oh no, that was mica powder. Now hopefully I don't get lint in my mold. I gotta get a wiggle on because, oh, I sure don't want that in there. Okay. So in the meantime, that cup over there is okay. So what you do, now I'm not very good at this, but I'm going to try my best. Got to come up just a little bit on my pour here. And this hand doesn't function correctly. I guess I'm probably going to have to start doing this out of a piping bag, because this is really hard for me because my hand shakes. This is my stroke side, and I'm not ambidextrous, so I can't pour from both hands. Either that, or it's just going to take some practice, which is probably going to take practice. I mean, once I get... Now, she went around once, but I want to make sure I have my lines are all correct, because I mean, you know, she was a perfect pourer, not so much me, but I just wanted to make sure everything's the same. Sorry for my big head being in the way, guys. Just got to get a little bit right there. Okay, because you got to save some for the next go around, because I got to do this again. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's what I'm saying. And I don't know that I've got enough for next go round. Let's see if I can scrape some of these big wads out of here maybe, and save some of that for the next go round. Because she said thin lines, but you know, of course, my lines in some of this is not thin. By no means is it thin. And it still feels, you know, runny, even though the thing said it's, you know, medium viscosity. It doesn't feel that way. But yeah, I have to have enough of this to go around again. I think it'll be okay. We're going to go for it and see. I mean, it's awful thin, though. I just don't feel like it ought to be that thin. It's supposed to be like syrup. That's not like syrup. So I honestly don't know what I'm going to get. Maybe I should have let it sit up a little bit. But she says she doesn't. But then she also uses, I forget which one she uses. She uses another brand. Okay, so I'm barely going to touch the side here. Just slightly overlapping. Lift up on my cup a little bit. Lift up on the cup. You got to go around again, dummy. And I forgot, maybe that's, and I didn't mix up enough. That's why I was supposed to have 20 ounces. Oops. Yeah, I have no idea what this is going to look like, because I can't even keep my line straight. Okay. Now what she did for the clear, she went around this first, because she said you don't want to hit your your edge of your silver. You want to let your silver, or let it run to the silver, is what she said. So that way your silver doesn't move, but you push everything else out. Okay, now I'm going to save some of this because I honestly don't know that I'm going to have enough white to go back around. So I am going to make up a little bit more of that white. And I've got plenty of time apparently, because that stuff's not even getting warm. This stuff, see, it leaks out. I've had nothing but problems out of this bottle since I bought this one. And I may have too much in here now. I just busted a hole in my cup. Okay, these are some cheap cups. What the matter? What? Like, really? Well, I have had them for a while. I've had these cups since I was doing tumblers, which we didn't use very many paper cups, so. Well, I'm just making all kinds of messes today. Like, what in the world is wrong with me? Okay. And it's spreading, and I gotta hurry up because I still gotta get this white one in there and the blue. Okay. So, and then I need to go ahead and pour the rest of this in. Because I want to push that back up to the front, or to the edge where it needs to be. This is just going to be a prayer to the resin gods that this turns out. I just like to get my sticks all wiped off, and then I come back in and do them up. Okay, here we go. Or shall I say, here goes nothing. Now, I know she said not too much. Okay. Now you go around again. And I'm making a mess. And now you go around with your brown. Oh, I was supposed to pour my brown first. Ay, ay, ay. I don't guess it's going to matter. This goes in between. And she wasn't in any picky situation with it. But she did go around twice. Okay. Now I'm going to take this little guy here and I'm going to kind of gently move it around. Well, if it doesn't turn out, those are going to be some gorgeous colors, guys. I mean, that's all I got to say. Them colors are phenomenal. And you know, and I've got to thinking, since my stuff is different from what she had, I'm wondering if I could go ahead and add all of this to it and it would still work. You know what? Let's try it. Why not? Right? Because I don't want to waste this resin. Because I still have quite a bit in here. I mean, like I said, nonetheless, it's going to turn out pretty because, I mean, look at the colors. The colors alone are gorgeous. Now, I don't know what kind of effect we'll get, but, you know, we shall see. We shall see. I just don't want to waste my resin, especially this gorgeous color. All right, now I'm going back in with the brown. And I hope I got enough brown to go back around. Because my brown was kind of thick. Now, it don't look like much right now, but hopefully it will. I mean, like I said, the colors alone are beautiful, so just know that practice makes perfect, people. Practice makes perfect. All right. I'm going to leave it. I am going to torch. And when you torch, make sure you're torching real fast and stay away from your mold. That's why I got this little bitty one. Because otherwise, yeah, I would be torching. I'd be torching a whole lot of things. Let's see if I got enough of this to pour in there. See, now it's getting thick like it's supposed to be. Now this little mold here, I will not torch, but I will spray alcohol. Because like I said, it is getting thicker now, so. And I didn't want to waste that beautiful color. I will not waste that beautiful color. Okay. Alright guys, that is it for this video for now. And I will see you guys back when it's time to demold. See you in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. Time to demold this little beauty. This is the web effect. I don't know. This says it holds 7.5 ounces. That's, or 8 ounces. And I didn't do all the way to 8, so I know I'm going to have some trimming, because I don't know why I was thinking I needed to put a back on here, but you don't. I mean, I can, but you don't have to. So let's get this demolded and see what we have. I'm hoping that I got the web effect. If not, well, I'm just going to keep going for it. Mold turned out, came out beautiful. Okay, we definitely got some clear. And I'm definitely got some trimming to do. So, you guys ready? 1, keep your fingers crossed for me. 2, 3. Ooh! Okay. I like it. It's different. I'm not upset. I really like that blue. You can't really see any of my brown, which, you know, you can right in there. So maybe I ought to do a brown background on it. It's still soft. It's not fully cured, but I could do a brown backing on it. Still got bubbles here too. I don't understand. I guess I'm going to have to start just putting it through my bubble remover, because I even went around the edges of this too, I do believe. Or maybe I forgot. Maybe that's why I got bubbles. But yeah, this is gorgeous though. I got some lacing, if that's what you could call it. But this should have went this away. I think it was maybe too heavy or not heavy enough. But nonetheless, that is gorgeous. I am not even complaining. And I love the backside. The backside's absolutely gorgeous. So, but yeah, I could back it with brown, and then that brown would show through a little more. So that may be what I do. Um, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.